Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I am going to explore your subconscious mind so that you can discover what it means to have an erotic dream. A moment in which excitement arises from anticipation, which is a great paradox because in practice, the pleasure you feel in that moment arises from the restriction of your desires. Because if you think about it, erotism itself is what happens before you can consummate your passions. In other words, what increases your desire the most is precisely not having what you want, or if you prefer, delaying the consummation of the pleasure you are looking for. Well, that's what we are going to be talking about here. But before going into the analysis, in case you don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Robert. I am a psychoanalyst with more than 30 years of experience. And in case you want to have a psychoanalysis session with me, or in case you want the psychoanalysis of one of your dreams, just send me an email to the one that I am going to leave you here below in the description of this video, so I can tell you how you can join my consultation. Now, back to what it means to have an erotic dream. This is a very important dream because from the outset, it is revealing that you are going through a phase of your life where you are living in a state of anticipation due to the possession of something that you elude. And this suggests that your states of anguish at this moment are arising from the fact that you fear that what you want so much could be lost forever. And for that reason, all your unconscious desires will go hand in hand with being able to finally reach what has long eluded you. If this dream occurs in your mind, it is clearly a symptom that reflects that for many years you have lived in a state of chronic frustration, because nothing in your life turns out as you want. That is the background of this dream. For sure, you are the type of person who makes wishes in his mind, imagines them, projects them as plans for the future, and for some reason that not even you can understand, those plans never reach a term that is satisfactory for you. And that is where the whole core of your anguish and anxiety processes is, which will lead to depression or anger. And this is not new. I can tell you that this is a process that has been accumulating for many years in your mind, and that now it has simply begun to fight to get out. And as I always say, it is being repressed by your conscious self-state. Now, if you ask me why you are having this dream, I can tell you that this happens because in all probability in the days prior to this dream, you experience a situation, which I call it, that is for many years you repressed the fact that it bothered you that your plans did not materialize. You took it as something typical of the nature of life, we are going to tell you. But now, surely, you worked for many years in something that for you was very valuable. It could be a project at work, which after dedicating many hours to it, at one point, they simply told you that you were not going to be able to execute it. Or even in your relationships, there are people who ask me why I have an erotic dream if I am already in a relationship. Well, it is likely that the dream is a symptom of the frustrations you feel in that relationship, to which, as I have mentioned, you have dedicated a lot of time and energy, but for some reason, the relationship does not click. You do not feel in it as you would like to do it. And that is why the dream presents itself in your mind, because it is a process through which your unconscious is expressing that psychic energy. Somehow, it is giving you the opportunity to go from simply being content with planning, wishing for a way, projecting yourself, to take action on the matter. That is to say that you can finally satisfy everything you want, because that is what you do not have in your daily life. And that is the reason why the dream never comes to an end. If you pay attention, you cannot realize the erotic desire that is manifesting in the dream. Since although In it, there are glances. You delight in the suggestive ways of other person, and there might even be caresses. At one point, you will always wake up before doing what you want, because this dream is talking about precisely that. Now, based on all this, the question that I would ask you is why you never specify your wishes. Because I don't know if you notice, but that is what the dream is revealing as a repressive process that is manifesting in your unconscious. To me, it is clear that you are the type of person who limits yourself, stops just at the moments when you have to move forward, when you have to go for what you want. You can be the best worker in the world, but when you feel that you are about to get what you want, you are not going to do it. Because there's a little voice in your mind that is going to tell you, don't do it, don't finish what you have started. And that is what your unconscious is revealing, and that is pulsing to come to the surface. It is an energy from your psyche which we have to release, redirect, and interconnect with your conscious mind so that you can regain your balance. This could be very complex if you were an athlete, for example, or that you will work in a very competitive sector. Since even though you may be successful at one point, you are still going to limit yourself, because the dream reflects that for many years you have been content with looking, with planning, because somehow the satisfaction of your desire is limited to being a spectator and not an actor of your own life. And that's something we have to pay attention to. In fact, in your own relationships, you could find a situation like this. In the event that you like someone a lot, and you are going to do everything possible to be with that person, but just when you are going to be about to achieve it, you are going to hold back and you are not going to continue the relationship. Either through self-sabotage or through other mechanisms that will lead you to feel that you do not deserve to be with that person. Now, as I always say, these repressive states arose in your childhood. You must certainly grow up in an environment where you were made to feel guilty about obtaining your wishes. It is very likely that every time you wanted something and you got it, it could be the simplest thing, such as an ice cream or a toy that you like. In your family environment, people were going to emerge who were going to criticize you for enjoying your desires. And this didn't even have to be a conscious thing, but it is likely that some people in your family resented seeing you in a state of happiness, enjoying the things that you liked in life. And this later moved to your friendships and even to your relationships, where there were people who criticized you or made fun of you when you got what you wanted. It is not that they were going to congratulate you, but on the contrary, they were going to express the envy they felt for you. And this that generated that over the years you were repressing your desires, you planned what you wanted in the shadows, you did not tell anyone, and that's why every time you are going to achieve something, your mind will force you to reject it, because your conscious self was educated to protect you from that suffering by adapting to the social structures in which you lived. The problem is that this model no longer works for you. You have reached a moment in your life where you want to make all your wishes come true, and above all, without feeling guilty for that. But right now, it is an energy that you don't know how to deal with. It is your unconscious that is governing your decisions. And that will continue to happen until the moment you can redirect those energies of your psyche and reach the point where you can define when all this began. As you can see, this is a much more complex dream than it might seem. So you have to pay close attention in case you see yourself having an erotic dream. For the same reason, you already know that if you want me to psychoanalyze some of your dreams or have therapy sessions with me, just send me an email to the one that I leave you below so that I can tell you the way in which you can integrate into my consultation. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video if it helped you in any way, and share it so that others can access to this kind of knowledge. Have a wonderful day, and with it, the most beautiful dreams. Bye!